We also had grapevines. Why all these grapevines? Well, we always made our homemade wine, and we were allowed 50 gallons a person. Well, there was six people in our family, and we always made like 500, 600 gallons of wine. It didn't equate, did it? But my grandfather used to work for the waterworks, and he would hold up a glass of water and say, see this will kill you. Hold up a glass of wine. He said, now that's pure. You'll live a long life. Well, he lived to be 102, so I guess that was a long life. When I was struggling early in my career, I never had a lot of time to think. I was too busy, doing a lot of the things that were mundane to you all. When you're the youngest in the family, you got to put the coal in. Well, what's coal? A lot of kids don't know what coal is. We had a coal furnace. I had to go to the grocery store every day. We ate by the day for bread or milk or whatever, if we didn't have the Italian bread naturally, but most of them had the bread. But it was a different time. And I believe the things I recommend to others are the things that work well for me during my life. And I would like to say I saw all of this when I was very young, and I followed a program that I set for myself. And what occurred is I tried many things. I had many jobs. My mom always thought I'd be a bum because you got another job? What about the last one? Well, I got a better one this time, Mom. I always try to get a better job or learn something that I'd like to do because I didn't like what I was doing at the last job. Well, that didn't go over too good. So I had many jobs. I was on many projects. I had found different ways of doing things. But what I found out in the long run, what worked best for me was when I was doing a service for someone. When I was rendering a service for someone, I really enjoyed that. I felt very accomplished. And today, I'm very excited for every one of you young people here, and I envy the times ahead where you're going to discover yourself and master the things which lie ahead from you. And you all have to be excited about yourself. I'm excited here talking to you, and I'm 81 years old, and I'm still getting excited. Is that right? I'm older than you guys. You still get excited? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it proves when you're doing what you want to do, when you're serving other people, it's self-rewarding. But I'm excited about your future and for the moments of the recognition when you stretch your limits. Right now, we're experiencing a revolution, a revival in this generation of the entrepreneurs. There's not a whole lot of jobs for young people today like when these gentlemen and I were entering the workforce. We had factories, we had producers of goods and services. Today, we're narrowed down. So a lot of people, hey, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to go into my own business. And this is the real backbone of this country. It's the free economic system that we're fortunate enough to have in this country. And the entrepreneurs provide over 80% of all the goods and services in this country. And my approach to economics in my business is very simple. You're all my boss. The customer's my boss, and the customer's always right. I've always maintained that. And, and I try to give people their money's worth, especially when you live on the right side. Right, guys? Give them their money. Give them their dollar value for dollars spent. And we take pride in serving good food and good service. And I'm not up here for a commercial. I don't need it. But still, that's my belief today, and the people that represent me believe that today, or else they won't work for me. And then we also want to share in the community. We want to take our success and share it with the community. That's why when people say, Mr. LaRosa, where do you live? And I have no ill feelings about anybody that lives in Indian Hill. Does anybody here live in Indian Hill? Good. Whew, I got over that hurdle. When folks will say to me, Mr. LaRosa, how many restaurants do you have? I said, we have 72. We have a few more than in here, Tom.
Well,
a few more.
Put down what your secretary
Well, that's okay. We're humble and we're modest. Sometimes I like to have a little quiet pride, but I'll say, when you have 72 operations, and all the other things, every time you see the TV, you see an ad or whatever, well, where do you live, Mr. LaRosa? I said, well, you know where Indian Hill is. They say, oh, yeah. I said, well, I live on that other hill, East Price Hill. East Price Hill, not West. There's more palatial homes in the West. I'm right down there in the war zone. But you know what? I love it there. My wife loves it there. And that's where the real people live. And I'm a big man on that street, believe me. When I go down there, everybody waves to me. They say, buddy, you're the man, whatever that means. When I started my business, over 55 years ago. It's hard to believe. I had no experience except that work experience, which today it's difficult for young people to get a job at the corner bakery or the corner grocery or the corner butcher. Those stores have all dried up. We just have the big stores, supermarkets and so forth. Well, in my day, I had the good fortune of working for many little private entrepreneurs. But I learned an experience in each and every job. I learned something. And I learned what I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. But like I said, I had no experience. I had no capital, no advertising. I didn't even know what market research was. And I had no money, no line of credit. When I got out of the Navy, I wanted to say, what am I going to do with my life? So I wanted to go on my own business. When I was in Philadelphia, I was stationed at the Philadelphia Naval Hospital. Anyway, that was my experience. They made a corpsman out of me when I was in Philadelphia. They said, keep out of South Philly. I said, what's wrong with South Philly? I'm thinking to myself, that's the Italian section. Hey, careful here now. But you know, like I say, I didn't have the cash. I didn't have the background to open up a pizza shop, because up in Philly, there was a pizza shop on every corner. And here in Cincinnati, we had none. About the time, Pasquale, those gentlemen that are older than me, it's nice to say once in a while, older than me, remember Pasquale's. They were the first ones. Then when I saw them open up, then I got off the mark and put my plan together. What was my plan? I had nothing, but I felt I was rich in leadership qualities, which each and every one of you have. And I call them hidden assets. Everyone in this room possesses them. And you know, those qualities or hidden assets, they're going to help you if you choose an economic business venture or if you're going to corporate America. You know, and you're going to climb that ladder of success. These hidden values can be a substitute for capital. And believe me, I can speak from experience. I only had $400 when I went into business. Did you steal the $400? No. I cashed in that insurance policy that Mr. Cook sold my mom every week. Take a quarter. And when I said, Mom, what are you going to do? I want to cash in this policy. She said, well, what, you going to go to school? I said, Mom, I'm 24 years old. I've been in the Navy. I got married. We got a baby, one on the way. I want to open up a pizza parlor. She said, American people aren't going to eat pizza. I said, please, sign this, Mom. Give me the policy was made out to her. Anyway, I got the $400 is proved out was a good risk. You know, first thing, you got to have the right attitude. You know that, you know, you hear it all the time, but you have to reorganize and program yourself with a positive mindset. You got to rid yourself of all negative tendencies, and you can control yourself in any situation. And if someone says to me, Buddy, how do you feel? I'll always say, great, okay? Occasionally, I might be terrific. And every once in a while, I'll be fantastic. I'm going to run a race against the fastest guy in here. I'm going to try to beat you. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to start early. I'm going to go to sleep early. So I got the energy to beat you. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better best. I didn't coin it. I picked that up when I was students like you at Roger Bacon High School, and I see Roger Bacon's standards have fallen, have slipped. I don't see anybody on here from Roger Bacon. I got to get on that principal over there and raise a little cane with him. So every one of you are going to get one of these. Also, well, I'll refer to this later. I'm a dreamer. That's the second thing. Have a great attitude, and then be a dreamer. You know, I've been a dreamer my whole life. The guys that invented Twitter and Facebook, don't you think they were dreamers? People didn't laugh at them. They don't laugh at them now. And you wouldn't believe a man 81 years old, I worked the internet. You know, the only thing is I spend too much time there sometimes. You know, I can tell you that making money and your life isn't going to be full, and I don't care how much money you receive for doing something. Unless you do it for yourself, you do it for others, it's never going to be satisfying. And, you know, I hardly find it necessary to continue to serve my community in the ways I do. And, you know, I've accomplished most everything in life I ever thought I would. I never thought I would, you know, accomplish half the things. Back in '54, when I started my business, I've had 2 world champions. I'm not talking about business success. I'm talking about community success. With my boxing programs, come out with 2 world champions. I mean, you know, Timmy Austin and Aaron Pryor. I'd like to forget about Aaron Pryor, but we won't go there. No, he made my hair white is what it was. Often I say, I wish I had a horse rather than a boxer, because you can lock him in a stable at nighttime, and then we're like gallivanting all over over the city.
That would have helped.
Isn't that the truth? But you know, if I knew all of this, it still wouldn't change my attitude, and it would make a little difference in the way I went about my daily activities, the way I do things. When I work hard, it's because I want to work hard. I enjoy working hard. You got me perspiring. You notice that? Huh?
You're working.
Did I do 20 minutes yet?
I wasn't watching.
Well, did I do 20 minutes yet, Doc?
I've never criticized you.
Uh-oh, I'm getting close. About 25 minutes. You know, when I serve others, it's because I want to serve them, and I enjoy serving others, just like I think I'm serving you all here today. And I want to do my best, and because I enjoy doing my best in everything I do. Because, you know, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're going to live lives of quiet desperation. You don't want to do that. You got to enjoy what you're doing. If you're just a manual ditch digger, then be the best and enjoy it. Rising above and beyond yourself to put out that special effort, which you've done so far, must be hard and difficult, but it should also be rewarding. And I hope God blesses each and every one of you. He has so far, and I hope He blesses you for the rest of your life, that you can experience American dream like I have, and a lot of gentlemen in this room have, and they're unselfish enough to ask a nut like me to come up here that experienced it to give you my impression of it. But I can join forces with anyone. They're all on my team. And we want you to be on that team of success. You might find it in different places. You might find it in law. You might find it in medicine. You might find it in construction. You might find it in sales, services. Who knows? Who knows? There might be another Twitter or Facebook inventor here in the crowd. Who knows? Whatever it is, good luck. God bless you. Thank you for inviting me. And I work cheap. No honorarium. You don't have to worry about that.